All right. So, hello, guys, everyone. Good morning. And I know some cannot join us. So, this is a recording, especially for those who can't join. So, hello, Hajita, first to you. So, this is our what you call 12th class actually for April. Yeah, our last lesson for April. And here we are going to explore the food chain photosynthesis. Now, first of all, going to go a round table, a quick one. We start with Durgesh. Durgesh, what do you understand by this word called food chain? More. What do you understand with the word food chain?
Yes, food chain is a
Durgesh,
chain with
say
food.
something. Say something. A chain full of food or something like that. Okay, Nirav wants to say. Okay, Nirav, go ahead. We must maybe
Animal eats another animal.
Very good. An animal eats another animal. It was food. Correct. Okay, Famida wants. Yes, Famida. Your turn. What is a food chain?
It's like how to explain? Chicken is a species. I don't know how to explain.
Then what you want to say?
It's
What do you think a food chain is?
It's something that eats each other.
It's something that eats another.
Maybe
Is
the
it?
other way around. Yeah.
Is it something? It's another thing. Okay. What's that something? Is it what? Alien or insect or animals or vegetable or what?
Animals.
Animals. It's something. Okay, fine, good. All right, Sachin. Do you know what's a food chain? Who's that person who said hi? I want to see who's in the class now.
That's Durgesh.
Do we have Aloysius? Who is hi? Oh, Durgesh. Yeah. Oh, your name became hi, is it, Durgesh? Okay, hi. All right. So, Sachin, do you know what's a food chain?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you think it is? It is what do you think it is? Come on, faster, louder.
I don't know how to explain.
Oh, so you joined Famida's group. Don't know how to explain, but know what is a food chain. Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay. What is a food chain now? I want you guys. Durgesh, can you read this sentence for me? A food chain.
A food chain shows how animals depend on other plants and animals for their food and survival.
Okay, let's ask you guys one big question. Now, all of you put into your chat. What did you eat this morning?
Nothing.
Just everybody put into chat. Nothing. Okay, then if you didn't eat anything this morning, go back to last night. What was your last meal? Buns. Good. Everybody. Roti canai. Okay, Samo. What
I didn't
else?
even eat anything last night.
Okay, put in. If you haven't eaten anything as of now, you put in what you ate last night.
How does your
Come on.
parents feel?
Come again?
Mom would kill me if I don't eat.
Yeah, maybe it's still 11. Maybe he just woke up. You know, nasi pataya. Wait, that was last night or just now, Nirav? Wow. Sachin, what is green breadish? It's a cake. It's a pandan cake, for heaven's sake. Or last night, okay. And bread. Oh God, this
I
boy.
didn't eat
Somebody
anything
reads
last
that
night.
and
Green.
they say green bread.
Bro, green is pandan.
It's even a pandan cake. My goodness, boys and girls. Okay, you see that all the food that you ate, either it came from what? It could have come from two big groups. What do you think it is?
Plants.
Plants, very good. Another thing would have been either, somebody said who? Okay, bread came from plants, obviously. Nasi pataya. So there's nasi to it. Pataya is
Plants.
literally the place, but you have chicken in it. Correct or not, Nirav?
Pattaya is a place.
Yeah, Pattaya is a place in
I
Thailand.
thought it's a vegetable.
No, it's a place. Most of the time, names of food occur from certain places. Okay, certain places where they are famous.
Nasi
All right,
padang.
so nasi padang, whatever, you know. So this one must not be true. I did not eat morning and night. I'm going to ask your mother then what you ate. Okay, Sachin ate a what? A King Kong? Is that an ape? Oh, animals. All right. So yes, guys, we depend on animals and food for our
Teacher,
animals and plants Okay, and this food chain shows how we depend, not just us, other animals. We depend on animals and plants. Other animals also depend on animals and plants for their survival. And that's what we are looking at today. Got it? Are you clear with what we're going to learn today? Okay. So let's move on. A food chain tells you about what an animal eats. Okay, in case you really didn't know how to put it in words, Sachin, what is a food chain now?
I tell you what about animals eat.
Yes, it tells you simple words. What does a cow eat, guys? Okay, Aloysius, answer me. What does a cow eat?
Grass.
Grass, cereals, or
Grass.
meat? Or
Imagine
mice,
how
sorry.
eat cereal or mice.
No animal eats cereal.
Good. They have their animal feed, which looks like cereals, huh? Okay. All right, Durgesh, what does a tiger eat?
Deer.
Grass.
Grass. Deer, of course, deer. Okay, Nirav, next question for you. What does a lion eat?
Zebra.
Very good, zebra. So you see, a lion won't go and eat a grasshopper or a fish, yeah? Okay. All right, next, Famida, what does a shark eat?
Fish.
Okay, fish. Now, can we stop conversations over there, boys and girls? Okay, so you talk to me now. All right. Who hasn't answered? Sachin, right? Nirav answered already. Nirav, have you answered?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. So this is a food chain. All right. You tell me what eats what. Okay, can Nirav start? You tell me what's going to eat what.
First, shrew eats seeds.
Okay, and then
Then the fox eats shrew.
it's the shrew. Do you understand? It's the world functions in this way, guys. Okay. All right. Now this arrow, can you see this arrow here? Now this arrow is what we call as the energy arrow. It shows the shrew is dependent on the seeds to get its energy. Of course, you need to eat food. Durgesh, you're so thin because you don't eat properly. So start eating your food and
Wait,
getting your
what?
energy from your food. Yeah.
I cannot gain weight, teacher. It's like impossible.
No, you know why, guys? Because you are using up all your energy. You are eating and you are using your energy. So of course you won't get fat. Your metabolism is high. You use up. You quickly use up. If you eat and you don't use your energy, that's when you become fat.
But teacher, what are we using our energy on?
Oh, to talk, even to sleep, to walk, to think. You all use energy, you know, this energy is so
But
important.
everybody does that.
You take it for granted. Try not eating for a week. When you are sick, do you have energy to even walk when you're having
No.
fever? No. So where you think you're getting that energy to walk? Everybody does it. Yes, you are right. Everybody just walking, talking, sleeping and all these things. But trust me, all that's happening because you have energy. You are eating, you are drinking. That's where it's coming from, huh? Okay. So if no energy, we're all dead. Literally, yes. So food is the energy. The energy for the shrew comes by eating the seeds. The energy for the fox comes by eating the shrew. The energy for you and me comes by eating practically everything on the planet, but not so much of everything. Okay, we eat chicken, we eat fish, we eat rice, we eat vegetables. Do you understand? Can I have a thumbs up if you are following me? So far, so good. So far, so good. Okay. All right, good. Now let's move on. Okay. Look at now these energy patterns. All right, who do you think? Famida, please explain now. Which animal is missing from this food chain? Would it be the owl or the frog?
Wait, it's obvious. It's so obvious.
Look at the chain there.
Frog. Wait. Ow. I think. Frog.
Okay, everybody, put your answer in the chat. Who
Wait,
voting
teacher,
for fox?
is it
There's no
the
fox here.
question mark eats the shrew or the shrew eats the question mark?
Darling.
Children of
It's
the
just
first
the energy
animal.
traveling. That means the grasshopper is getting its energy from the grass. The shrew is getting the energy from the grasshopper. So what gets its energy from eating the shrew?
I will go eat the shrew.
Yeah,
The
the owl
hoo-hoo.
eats the shrew. Okay. All right. There's no fox here, Nira. Where is the fox? The choice of
There's the
answers for you was
fox
either owl or the frog. Or do you say frog, is it? Did you mean frog?
What does
Okay,
the
of
frog
course I
say?
know there can be so many other animals that eats the shrew, but in this situation now you have to choose whether it's the owl or the frog. Okay, so yes, the owl gets its energy by eating the shrew. Got it?
Well,
Okay,
yeah, I got it.
Faham? All right, okay, let's
Um,
go on. So what did you find out about food chain so far? What do you understand? Do you understand what's food chain right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. So now we are going to go to our, this was just introduction, guys. Okay, this is
Quiz?
just intro. Wait lah, hold on lah, hold on.
Aw.
Please. Wait, hold on. Got to open
You
up.
said there would
the-
be a quiz for the
There will
beginning,
be, there
in the
is.
middle, and at the end.
Okay, hold on. I want to go over the lesson first.
Logic make no
Okay.
sense.
Then I do give you the quiz, you'll be like, wondering how to do, where to do, what to do. Okay, now we are getting on to a more deeper, exploring deeper relationships. Okay, not boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, huh? Okay, all right. We are exploring food relationship.
Huh?
Okay, trust me, guys, trust me on this, trust me on this. In the future, food, water is going to be a competition. People are going to fight over it. So trust me, when you destroy one particular animal, the food chain will change. When you consume a lot of chicken, now whatever eats chicken is going to be affected. So this is the risk of food chains. Okay, all right. So let's, here you're eating now. Okay, good. Finally, Durgesh is eating cereals. Yeah, Durgesh, what is cereal made from? Do you know that? Do you know what cereal is made from? Corn. Very good. Okay. All right. So you will spot question marks at certain points in this lesson presentation. Clicking the question marks will bring up the key questions. Okay, fine. This is my job. Okay. Now, don't worry. Okay. So this is where you start. Now, remember, do you remember our previous chapter where we learned about digestion? Do you remember that? Can you see this picture of this
Yes.
man? So what's the first, where does the digestion start for you? When you eat, where
The
does it start?
mouth.
The mouth. What's inside your mouth?
Teeth.
Teeth.
Mouth.
Some more, what helps? What is another
Saliva.
thing? Saliva, very good. So you chew your food. After that, where the food goes? Put in chat, all of you. It
What?
goes into the what? From the mouth.
Oh.
Okay, you chew. Where does it go? Straight to the stomach.
I sent
Esophagus. Okay, or the trachea.
what?
Okay, it goes through the esophagus or the trachea. Can you see this thingy here? This long tube here, can you see? Okay, this is where your food will go through,
Food
little
then.
by little as you chew.
So small.
It will go
long.
to where? Yeah, not too long lah, but it's not too bad. Okay, then you go to your stomach. Inside your stomach, what's going to happen to the food? What's inside your stomach that will help to digest the food?
Acid.
Do you all know that? Acid, very good. Who said that? Huh?
Me.
Me is who? Aloysius. Okay, sorry. Because I just hear you guys sometimes. Okay, so good. There's acid in your stomach that helps to digest the food. From the stomach, where does the food go then? Who can tell me? Nirav, where do you think the food goes? What is this curly wormy thing? What do you call this?
Bruh.
Curly
Intestines.
wormy. Intestines. Very good. Your intestines. Okay, big and small. So
Intestine.
I believe first it goes to the small, then it goes to the big. Okay. Now from the big, finally, where does it go to?
To the anus.
to the anus. Very good. And it comes up as what we know as poop. Okay. Or the scientific word is not poop. It's P-O-O-P. Okay. Feces. Have you heard of this word? Feces.
Yes, I do.
This is a very standardized way of using the word, the S word that you all sometimes use. Okay, yeah, you don't need to
What?
say it loud, right? Okay.
Who said it?
Who else will say all these things?
Sauce.
All right. So next time you want to use that to say poop, you know what word I say? You use this word. Feces.
Pieces.
So professional.
Shit.
So you can call your
Shit.
friends. Don't call your friends. You are such a feces, okay?
You're so
Shit.
All right. Okay, guys.
Stop saying that.
You're such a
Okay.
Shit.
All right. Let's move on. Okay, that was just a quick introduction to
Kids
your
watching, do not say
digestion.
the S word.
Okay, fine.
Oh,
I'm going to skip this. This is not going to be important. Now, this is important now coming to our lesson. All right, guys, can you see this picture here? These are some words. By now, you should know what it means. So let's go round table. Famida, can you tell me what's a carnivore?
It's something that eats meat.
Something that eats
Meat.
meat. Good. Sachin, what's a
This
consumer?
is science class.
apre. No.
What's a consumer?
Scavenger.
No, not really. Consumer is an animal that eats, that consumes. Okay,
Okay.
anything that eats is consumer. Okay, for example, the shrew. Okay, let's move on, guys. Nirav, tell me what is decomposer. Do you know what's decomposer? Dead organic matter. Wow. Like,
What?
yeah. Okay, it's actually certain animals or microorganisms that help to decompose, break it up. All right. Pink question. What doesn't decompose in the environment that people are all worried about?
Decompose.
That doesn't decompose. You throw this in nature, it won't decompose. You throw chicken bone, it will decompose. You throw fish bone, it will decompose.
Oh.
But what doesn't decompose? Plastic, very good.
Bones.
Okay, but do you know, guys, the plastic bag that you throw, it doesn't decompose, but it breaks up into small pieces in the sea. Okay, I'm going to change the color here.
Littering.
Breaks up into small pieces of plastic.
Littering.
Now, you know what happens to the small pieces?
What?
First of all, the big piece will get stuck in certain animals' nose, especially sea animals, and the animal dies immediately. Now, what if it's small pieces like that? The fish doesn't recognize it, and the
And it
fish
will
eats
absorb it.
this. It will absorb it. So literally, when the fish consumes the plastic, the fisherman will go and catch the fish, bring it to the market, sell it through many other people, and your mommy, daddy go to the market, buy the fish which has eaten the plastic, and then bring back home, cook for you. Or maybe go to the shop, they will sell it to the
No.
shop, and the shops will cook.
So
The
that's
fish
food
with the
poisoning?
plastic. Literally, then you're eating plastic. You're eating a material that doesn't decompose. Do you understand? Are you going to get energy from that? Something. Do you think you have energy from eating plastic, guys? You get, don't know what knows what kind of diseases
We
later
get
is going to come up.
diarrhea.
Okay. So now we know what's a food chain, a food web. Now coming to this food chain, you saw something, eating something, eating something, eating something from the beginning to the end. Correct or not? That's called a food chain. How the
Yeah.
dependency of animals upon each other, how animals eat. But a food web, do you know what's a web? Like a spider web? You know what's a spider?
Yes.
Have you seen spider webs before, guys?
No.
No.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you have seen Spider-Man means you surely have seen spider web. Okay. It's in your house, probably somewhere in the corner of your walls. Go see. Okay. So food web means many food chains. One food chain, another food chain, another food chain. If you have many food chains, then you get a food web. Now, I'm going to ask Sachin, repeat what I said. What is a food web?
Food web where many animals
Many what? It was just a simple word. Many
Food. Like,
food
tingin.
chain.
Yan.
Many food chain. That was the answer. Okay. Durgesh, what is a food web? I just explained it, guys. Okay. I'm just testing your
The
understanding,
the
whether
food
you're
on the
listening or not.
web.
I know.
Tell, what's a food web? What's a food web?
Never mind.
The food on
Durgesh,
the
what's a,
web.
the food on the
Can
web?
can I
Look at the
try?
answer. Yeah, hold on. Okay, yes, Famida, you may try. What is a food web?
It's like all the food chains in one.
Correct.
Web.
It's many food chains. Guys, just now you saw an example of one plants being eaten by the grasshopper, being eaten by another animals. Correct or not?
Yeah.
There was a relationship. Correct or not? Like arrows moving. That's called a food chain. A chain, just a chain. Now imagine one food chain here, many food, another food chain, all interacting with each other. That you call a food web. Do you
Multiple
understand
food
now?
chain.
Okay, clear. You know what's a habitat? A place where the animal lives.
Yeah.
Herbivore. Durgesh, what is a herbivore? All this we have done already before. Quick. What's an
Animals
herbivore?
that eat plants and animals.
Wrong. Herbivore only
mean,
animals that eat.
Animals that only eat plants.
Correct. Okay, good. Nirav, what is omnivore?
The animal eats meat. The animal eats
What?
meat and vegetables.
Good. Animals that eat both meats and vegetable. Okay, or I would say plants. Okay, don't say vegetable yet, plants. Predator. What's a predator? Sachin.
I know.
You know what's a predator? Yeah.
A carnivore.
An animal that's almost at the top of the food chain. That's a predator. Okay, that hunts other animals. All right. Okay, a predator hunts other animals to be killed, to be
Yes.
eaten. Okay, Aloysius, what's a prey?
It's an animal that a predator eats.
Good. An animal that a predator eats is called a prey. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Famida, what's a producer?
Um,
I'm not talking about movie producers, huh? I'm talking about in the food, in the animal kingdom. What's a producer? Very easy, Famida. It's the plants.
no,
Okay.
I know, but then some
How?
I find it hard to explain.
Come again? Didn't hear you clearly. What is that?
Sometimes even if it's easy, I find it hard to explain.
All right.
I don't
Okay.
know
All right.
why.
Okay. Producer are plants. In our food chain that we are learning today, the producers are the plants. They produce the first source of energy. Do you understand now? We're talking about how the energy moves, isn't it? Okay. Remember, it must start with the plants. They are the main producers first. Now, scavenger, last word. Nirav, do you know what's a scavenger? Scavenger. What's a scavenger? All of you, do you know? Who knows? What's a scavenger? Don't know. Okay. A scavenger is an animal that goes and eats on whatever that's left. It can scavenge.
Scavenger hunt.
You go here, you go there, whatever that's left, it will eat.
Teacher,
Okay.
consumer.
What?
Never mind.
All right, let's go on to this now. Okay. Today we are learning about how living things are linked together by what they
Yeah.
eat. Start with the plant each time. So let's start with Nirav. Nirav, what's going to be put in number 1? Choose blue-tailed,
tree.
hookworm, caterpillar. Which one?
So obvious.
Oak tree. Okay. Durgesh, what's the next picture that's going to go in after the oak tree? What's going to be dependent on the oak tree?
Teacher, can I go to
Durgesh.
the toilet?
Yes, you may go.
Caterpillar.
Okay, very good. The oak worm caterpillar. Okay. See, the oak worm caterpillar, the caterpillar will depend on the leaves for it to get its energy. Durgesh, are you there? Aloysius, what depends or what will eat the caterpillar then?
The blue tit.
Tit. Okay, it's a bird. Okay, the blue tit. And what would be the last animal then? The sparrow. Okay, the
April
bird.
walk.
Now remember, the sparrow is more like the sparrow walk, I think so. Some birds eat other birds, huh? Okay. All right, like there are, okay.
Eagles.
All right, let's look at another. Now, this is called a what? Food chain or food web?
Putin.
Food chain.
Food chain.
Food
This
chain.
is a food chain because one line of energy going.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought you said Putin.
No lah. Food chain. Okay.
I
Not
thought
Putin.
Putin.
Famida, let's start. What will be the first to go in?
Can she go to the toilet?
Ura, sorry. Aloysius, then start.
The grass.
The grass. Durgesh, what's the next thing after the grass?
I know.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Tell lah.
animal.
Eurasian eagle owl or the slug?
Oh.
Slug.
Slug. Okay, good. It's a kind of an animal. Okay. You can see the picture here. Okay. Slug. Maybe after this, I'll go and show you a bigger picture of it. Okay. Now, next, what would it be? It eats grass. Very good. What is a slug? It's the frog. I can hear your answer from here. And finally, Neerav,
Eagle.
the Eurasian eagle owl.
Eurasian eagle.
Okay. Now, sometimes you don't have to remember Eurasian eagle owl. Owl will be fine. You understand?
Owl.
The owl eats the frog. Okay. All right. Also, this is a food chain. Okay. This is a food chain. So we just explore many food chains. Now, most of these are sea animals now.
Algae.
Very good. You can shout out your
Algae.
answers now.
I don't know.
Algae.
Shrimp.
Never mind. This is not
Shrimp.
English class, darlings. Okay.
Shrimp.
All right. Next would be what? The algae is eaten by
Shrimp.
shrimp. Okay. Next. Famida, she's back. Neerav. Durgesh, what is the next? The shrimp is eaten by what? Durgesh? Okay, all of you. The shrimp is going to be eaten by what? Do you think the seal will eat the shrimp? Or the Neerav
I
says
know.
seal.
Cod.
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 Who says cod? Okay, you all say
Me.
cod. Okay.
Me.
Cod.
And scale. Whatever.
What scale? Very good scale. Seal. It's called a seal.
Oh, I thought it was S. I thought it was SCAL.
So who eats the cod then? The seal. So says Neerav.
The
The
seal.
white
And
shark.
the white shark. Now who?
The scary.
Okay. All right, no problem. So here we are seeing another food chain that's more in the aqua or water. So algae eaten by shrimp. The energy goes to the shrimp. From the shrimp, the cod eats the shrimp, gets the energy to live. And then the seals eat the cod, get the energy to live. And of course, the white shark eats the seal. Kenna. Now, who is the prey and who is the predator here?
White shark is prey.
White shark is the prey?
Predator.
White shark is the predator. The seal is a what?
Prey.
Both.
And the
prey.
predator.
Both.
And the predator. Very good. Both. The cod.
Both.
Both. Okay. So it's a prey for the shrimp. Sorry, it's a prey for the seal, but it's a predator for the
Not
shrimp.
a predator.
Which one?
Shrimp is prey.
Shrimp is prey, but shrimp is a predator for the algae. Kind of, it depends
I
on
thought
the
it was a
algae.
plant. How is it?
I'm talking about the shrimp. I'm not talking about the plant. The plant is the producer.
The shrimp
Remember,
is so cute though.
here is our producer. Okay. Now here,
Isn't predator an animal who hunts other animals?
yeah. Okay lah, fine lah. All right. So you don't want to give predator for this guy, okay? All right.
Are we predators or are we both prey and
We are the
predators?
top of the food chain.
Good question. Are human beings predator or
Teacher, I
prey?
know. Teacher, I know.
Predator.
Yeah.
I think.
We are predator because we use tools.
Okay, we are predators. We use
Because
tools,
we
we
are
use tech.
But aren't we also prey to some like meat-eating animals?
No, we are use
Yes.
tools. We have guns,
Yes.
AK-47.
Some people
My
can't.
goodness.
Some people don't have that, you know.
Guys, okay, we can become prey. Okay, in the world, we can become prey for other animals.
Normal
Okay.
Americans in the hood.
Although I think a lot of animals don't like to eat us, but they think they're gonna harm. We are gonna harm them, so it's because of
kill. That's
safety
what
they
we
kill
do.
us.
That's what people do.
Have you heard of people who are called cannibals?
Yes, I know. They eat other human
Do you
beings.
know?
No, I don't.
They eat
What's a
human.
cannibal?
Yeah, they eat human flesh. Cannibals are people
Oh.
who eat human flesh.
Wait, people?
There.
People.
Yeah.
People eat other
Yeah.
people.
Other. Okay. It's called cannibals. They're called
What?
cannibals. Oh, yes.
So there are people
Okay.
who eat us?
Yes, there are. They are. There
Who
is a,
does that? That is disgusting.
that's why they call them. It's known as cannibals. CAN. Go check out in Google. Cannibals.
They should be called
People.
bad people.
Hey, yeah, what's the
Badable.
meaning?
They should be called the badable.
CANNIBALS. Okay,
They should be
cannibals.
called the
Okay.
badable.
Okay, now
Badable.
let's recap our lesson. A food chain is a sequence showing the links between living things and what they eat. Arrows are used in food chains to show the transfer of energy. Remember, the arrows show you energy. Okay, guys? Okay. All right, let's move on. What's next on our slide would be, okay, it starts with always the plants, goes on to maybe here. What do you see here? What animal do you see here?
Tutti. Worm.
It's a blue
Caterpillar.
tit and then a
Okay,
worm.
fine.
And
Then the bird and then the
the Eurasian night owl.
fine, whatever. Now, my next question would be to all of you, where do plants get their food from?
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis.
Pandainya.
Photosynthesis.
Gila,
They get their food from
photosynthesis.
us. We are the people who give them food.
Actually, the plants
First.
make their own food. Okay, and
From
that
our
process
food.
is called photosynthesis. Do you understand? Okay. It's not that they get their food from photosynthesis, they make their own food, and that process is called the photosynthesis. So just understand it right. Okay. So far, do you understand what's going on? Okay.
Yes.
The food chains, the food webs, and then we are coming to photosynthesis. Got it? Okay. Clear. So let's move on. Okay. Now, in this food chain, you look at this food chain, the oak tree uses sunlight to make its own food. Okay, that's this food chain still.
I
It's a
know.
food chain. Okay. Now, the caterpillar eats the leaves and blah, blah, blah. Now, how do we label the food chains? You must label it, like say in school, the teacher asks you to label. Your arrow must point to the other animal. That means this is showing the transfer of energy, guys. That's all you need to know. Can you see the arrow pointing to this animal? It's not like where it's coming from. It's where it's going to. So the energy from this plant that produced is going to the caterpillar. The caterpillar is transferring its energy to the bird. The bird's energy is going to the hawk. And if
But
human beings
teacher,
could actually, yeah.
where is the eagle's energy going to?
Yeah, the eagle may be the final predator. So it's at the top of the food chain.
Oh,
You understand?
okay.
Unless human beings decide that eagle meat is pretty good, then we might go and hunt them down and kill them.
Huh?
No.
Okay.
Actually, can't we eat every single animal? Just that we need to cook them so there are no germs.
Every animal thinks we're a threat and we might eat
Not
them.
necessarily lah. Then don't go. You go and eat all the nonsense, and then only COVID all will come.
We can
Yeah.
cook them to get rid of the bacteria.
No,
Duh.
we cannot consume everything. Our body also. You must remember a chapter called microorganism. Don't worry, you learn it in standard 6.
What's a microorganism?
Next year, science, first chapter. Okay, not now. A small organism. Yes, for Muslims, You see, I think that's why you also have religion to help you, guide you what to eat and what not to eat. See, for example, Hindus
Hindus can
don't
eat
eat
cow.
beef.
Meat,
Yeah, we call
not
it
cow.
beef. Okay.
It's the
No,
same thing.
that's vegetarian. All right. A vegetarian, anybody can be vegetarian. Understand or not? Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody,
There's no
even
god
Buddhists
of
are vegetarian.
vegetarian.
There are also Christians who are vegetarian. Trust me. Okay. So vegetarian are just people who eat their main source of
But then
energy.
it's not wajib for Christians to be vegetarians, right?
Teacher,
Come again? Yeah.
It's not
What's the
wajib
what's
to. It's not wajib for Christians to be vegetarian, right?
I forgot. There's one more boy here. What's your name? You see,
It's
Gayatri
Rasan,
Kumar,
Trisan,
rename your name. Can you
Trasin.
rename yourself?
Mira,
Gayatri Kumar. Can you rename yourself? Yeah,
Oh, it's
kind of
Praveen,
got it.
teacher.
Oh,
Praveen. Praveen, right.
Praveen,
Sorry,
Parveen.
Praveen. Didn't realize you were there. Okay, all right.
Oh, he just joined, teacher.
You just joined. Ah, okay. No wonder I didn't see you earlier. So we have, okay, Praveen, you will need to rewatch the video later. Okay. So there's some parts that we have discussed earlier. So now we are at the food chain. Okay. And going into photosynthesis. And we're talking about being vegetarian. So if you're a vegetarian, your energy comes solely from plants. Okay. All right. And it's a choice. Okay. And so for the Muslims, they have something called halal and haram, right? Or not, Famida? Okay.
Yes.
Now, what does halal literally mean? Do you know what it means? It
Yes.
means what?
Something clean.
The food is safe for Muslims to eat.
Can Famida
The
answer, darling? Hold on. Let her answer.
I am
The-
Famita.
The food is clean
Okay.
and
What
I
does-
don't know.
Okay, anyway, it's all right. Okay, this is more of a religious perspective of food. So right now we are learning the science part of it, which is literally just the transfer of energy. Okay, from how it starts from the plants all the way to the prey, through the predators, and finally reaching the top chain link, food chain. Okay, all right. So let's clear this and move on. So Sachin, just now you mentioned, right? This one, okay, you said it's not a prey. Actually, it is called the consumer, the primary consumer. The first animal
Yeah, but
that
this is
depends
a
on
prey.
the,
Yeah, I said it was a prey.
you said it was a prey. Oh yeah, it is a prey. It is a prey because
And the
the
predator.
bird eats
Eh?
it. Okay,
Wait a minute.
But it's
but
not
literally, good. Now, literally, it's also the primary consumer. Why primary? Can anybody tell me why primary?
Primary. Oh, because it can be eaten by most animals.
No.
So
Primary means first, like how you attend primary school, remember? So this animal, the primary consumers, there can be many other animals and not just the caterpillar. Okay. For example, snails. All right. Or any other animals that first eats the plants, where the energy first comes from the plants. They are primary consumers. For humans, if you are going to literally depend on plants, then you are the first primary consumer. The first consumer straight from Mr. Producer, who are the plants. Do you understand? The energy is first here. Okay. Then the primary consumer, then the secondary consumer, it's the primary consumer, and the tertiary consumer, which is the last one, it's the secondary consumer. Got it? Do you understand? Prey, predator, and this fella finally is the predator. This one is the producer. This is the terms that you need to know when you learn about the food chain. Okay? Durgesh, are you there? Have you eaten your cereal? And do you have your energy now?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Prey, predator, and look.
wait,
Look at even
teacher.
then.
How come the producer is not prey and the animals that eat the producer isn't a predator?
Listen carefully. Again, the producer isn't a prey. All right, the producer is the producer. It produces, the energy comes from here first. Do you understand? So it's not a prey or a predator. It is a producer. You got a special name for it. And consumer. Can you see all the animals are consumers? But just depends whether you're a primary consumer or a secondary consumer. You eat other animals and plants, or you're going to be a tertiary consumer. For example, a carnivore is a tertiary consumer because it eats other animals. A secondary consumer can be a prey and a predator. It's a predator for the caterpillar and a prey for the eagle. It can be usually the group of the omnivores in which they eat plants, sometimes they eat seeds, remember, and other animals. This food chain is not necessarily the only way this animal is going to survive. This bird may be eating other things, and other animals can also be eating this bird. That's where the food web comes in. Do you understand now? If this is just one link relationship, that's a food chain. But the caterpillar can also be eaten by other animals. Can you see that? This bird here can be eaten by other animals, and other animals can also eat it. So that's when you call it a food web, because many other food chains are coming in. And literally the caterpillar is a herbivore because it depends on the plants. So far, if you understand, can I have a thumbs up? If you have any questions, yes, ask.
Teacher, the whole screen now just looks like a whole scribbled writing.
Now, does it look clear and beautiful? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Clear? Any questions so far on these relationships? All right.
Chewing.
Okay. Now let's look at a marine food chain. What's a marine food chain? It's a sea, something that happens in the sea. Algae eaten by shrimp, eaten by cod, eaten by seal, eaten by white shark. So energy travels. Okay, like this.
So what does the E look like a C?
Why does the what look like a what?
He asked, why does the E look like a C in
That's why I
seal?
confused it with scan.
Okay, can you add the following labels? Okay, tell me, Nirav, where is the producer? Who is the producer here?
The algae.
Algae is the producer. Who are the consumers?
The shrimp.
Very good, Praveen. The shrimp. Samo?
Cod.
The cod. Good. Samo?
Seal.
The seal and the?
Then the white shark.
All these are consumers. Got it? So you have identified correctly. Now let's go on. What else? Can you identify the predators and the prey? So remember this is producer. Don't bring this fella into the game. Huh? Okay, take the plant out. So Famida, you start. Shrimp. Okay, all of you. Is this a prey or a predator?
Prey.
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 Okay. The cod. Prey and predator. Okay. The seal. Prey and
predator.
predator. And the white shark?
Predator.
Predator. Literally, probably if the dinosaurs were alive, they would eat something else. Maybe sea dinosaurs will eat the white shark. We don't know. Okay. But at this point, they're not here. So at this point in the sea, the white shark is the predator. Do you understand now the relationship? This one is like the king.
Yes.
Okay. All right. In human beings also, it's always there, this kind of relationship. Some human beings don't literally eat each other, but you know, they have these other kind of economic predatorship. Okay, but that's not something we're going to get into right now. So scavengers, carnivores, omnivores, do you think you can identify that? Do you know what's the shrimp actually? It's a scavenger. The shrimp literally can eat anything on the seabed. Do you know that?
Because
It's a scavenger.
wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't just go eat the algae. Huh? It will go and eat many other things. Whatever it finds, it will eat. That's called a scavenger. Do you understand? All right. Now, of course, over here you have carnivores and omnivores. There are no herbivores in this food chain. Can you identify the carnivores first? Who is the carnivore here? Famida, what do you think? Who do you think is the
White shark.
carnivore here? The white shark. Very good.
White
Okay,
shark.
and how about omnivores?
Sorry.
What
The
about
cod.
omnivores?
The
This-
cod. With shrimp.
Okay, omnivores would be the cod. Okay, here in this chain, I think the cod is the omnivore. Probably it eats also plants. Okay, it could go and eat some plants, the codfish. Now, the carnivore is definitely the seal. The seal eats the cod. And the carnivore is also the white shark. Okay, good. Yes.
How
Ah,
do
forgot
white
here.
sharks eat seals, but if white sharks in water and seals are in ice?
Well, the seals can, who say the seals are always in ice? Not necessarily.
Like, what type of sharks live in such cold water?
No, the seals are not necessarily in the Arctic region. No. Seals can go to other warmer
Seals
waters
can live
as
in
well.
zoos.
No, they live in, of course, that's not their
No
real
animals
habitat though.
aren't other animals in zoos there.
Okay, we're not going to zoos, darling. Okay. Now, shrimps are scavengers and will eat pretty much anything they can find on the ocean floor. They're like cleaners, on the ocean floor. You know the mudfish in your aquarium? They'll clean up everything, right? Just like that.
That's
okay?
pretty.
So, that's pretty gross. And you eat the shrimps and you
How
like
is it
udang
gross?
galah.
It's cute.
Cute, ah. Oh my God. Okay,
It's
fine.
so cute. They're just like sucking all the food and stuff.
Yeah, try looking at the shrimp when it's alive. You'll feel that it looks like a combination of a spider and a cockroach.
Oh!
Have you
Actually,
seen a live
I don't
shrimp?
see it. It looks actually cute though.
You guys always look at the shrimp that's in the market and then probably you don't even go to the market with your mothers.
It's cute, but I
Okay.
don't like to eat it.
It looks like this, and maybe if
No
you have
way
seen
I'm
it,
touching that.
but
No,
then you
the
have got to
shrimp is
clean
more
it.
bendy in the supermarket. It's like
Yeah,
it
you
looks
got
like
to
a
cut
seed.
it, clean it, wash it, and then only cook it. It's not that straight away you can eat it like that. No. And then you know how expensive shrimps are? Literally. It's like 40
Bro, just for
ringgit
a
per kilo,
very
you know.
tiny shrimp for 40 ringgit.
Yeah, 40 ringgit. 1 kilo of shrimp is so little like that. Okay. That's it about our food chains and food webs.
At the shrimp farm.
Now, the last part of our lesson. All right. Do you want to do some quiz, guys, before I
No,
move on to the
no,
last?
no.
Yes, please, please.
Ah, some quiz might be good just to, Okay, since it's quiz time, I'm going to pause the recording. Okay. So you don't need to record quiz time. All right. Because then everybody will know the answer. Okay. So, okay. All right, guys. The last part of our lesson today is on photosynthesis. Okay. We're going to explore this. Part of your knowledge, you got to know this. So, all right. Question. What does a plant need to grow? Put in chat, all of you. What do you think a plant needs to grow? Sachin, do you have something to say? Yes, water. Good, Praveen. Sunlight. Very good, Praveen. Aloysius said water. So you have water, you have sunlight. Famida? Carbon dioxide. Very good, all of you. Famida, plants don't need photosynthesis. Plants are doing the photosynthesis. Got it? But it needs a couple of things, such as, you're right, sunlight, water, carbon dioxide. So plants, Nirav, don't need oxygen. They instead produce oxygen. Okay? Now, Nirav, glucose is what the plant produces. The energy.
What is the use
Okay,
of
I'm reading from
glucose?
chat. Anyways, okay. So if you had said sunlight, good job. If you had said air, good job. And if you had been specific about saying carbon dioxide, very good job. It needs water. Definitely plants need water. And most of you missed out this. It does need nutrients. Okay, plants need nutrients. And that comes from what? Who can tell me where does the nutrient come from? Aloysius?
The ground?
The ground. Very good. It comes from the ground, from the soil. Okay. All right. So 4 things here important for the plants to grow. And the plant is going to use all these plus with one more magic ingredient that it has. Who knows what that magic ingredient is? Okay, like, it uses all this
What a
from
magic
outside.
ingredient? That's magic.
Yeah, there's magic. There's literally magic. Sunlight comes from the sun. Air also comes from outside. Comes from the outside. Water also comes from outside. No water, plants can't live unless it's a different kind of plant like cactus, though it needs a little bit of water still. Nutrients also come from outside. Combines all these ingredients with one magic ingredient that it has itself. Who knows what that
Petrioxide.
is? No. No. No, water and sunlight are not nutrients. Nutrients come from the soil. Okay, water comes water, it's water. Sunlight is from sunlight, the sun. Okay, air is carbon dioxide. Literally, to be specific, and it has nutrients. My question was, it has one more magic ingredient. Quickly, who knows? What's this magic ingredients? Okay, I'm going to give you a word. Maybe I should do a hangman with this. It starts with C. Who knows? Louder? Who said what? Can't hear, guys. Put your speaker near to your laptop.
Colosseum.
No, carbon dioxide is here, Praveen. It's air. It starts with C. Okay, I go give you one more clue.
C4.
CH. Huh?
C4.
CO? I said CH. Who knows?
Chlorine.
Don't say chicken, eh? Oh my God. No, not chlorine. Huh? Who said that?
Me.
Very
Who is
good.
me?
Chlorophyll. Okay, me. The
my
me is
God.
Mira. Am I right? Yes.
What is a
What is the chlorophyll? Answer me. What, Famida, do you know what's a chlorophyll? Praveen, do you know what's a chlorophyll?
the green stuff?
Yes, fantastic. It's a green
It's like
stuff.
a pigment.
Why do you think plants are green, guys? Because of chlorophyll, these magic
Chlorophyll.
ingredients. Okay?
Chlorophyll
This is
like a
the
pigment.
yeah, it's a pigment that makes your plant green.
Teacher, I
So
got
only
seen plants
green.
that are blue before. Then that one have chlorophyll.
Correct. If it's blue or if it's purple or whatever else the color is, sometimes some plants are red.
Huh?
That means
Teacher,
it
what
doesn't
about
have
maple
chlorophyll.
trees? They are reddish.
That one is because of the season. They are going to fall, they're going to die. But in full spring, they are green. Okay? Are you sure maple is other color? Maple is don't talk about the Canadian maple logo because that one is autumn time, the leaves fall, they are drying off. That's different.
So
Okay.
maple leaves are actually green?
Yeah, the tree, it produces a green tree during summer. Okay? All right? So guys, there was a question. What if the plant is blue? What if the plant is red? Then, does it have chlorophyll? Yes or no? All of you?
I don't know.
No. Well, I don't know. If I told you the chlorophyll is the green color, right? So if the plant is blue or if the plant is red in color, does it have chlorophyll? No. That's right, Nirav. There is no chlorophyll. Praveen, do you understand? Famida, you understand?
Yes, teacher.
If the plant is of different color, that means it doesn't have chlorophyll. Now, if it doesn't have chlorophyll, can it make its own food? Come on, think. If it doesn't have chlorophyll, it has sunlight, it has
No,
air,
it
it has
can't.
water, it has... Yeah, it can't. Very good. So, green plants only make chlorophyll. They have chlorophyll, thus they can have energy stored. They can make that energy. Okay, they can create and become food. Okay, let's move on. I know all this is a little bit, challenging for you guys. How do you find it? Do you find it interesting, challenging?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go on. Food provides source of energy for every one of us living things. Okay. Now, the photosynthesis, as you have learned, is the process by which the plants make their food. So when this is happening, when the plants use all these elements, they make their food. And then the energy becomes what? So, okay, let's ask Aloysius to read first. Can you read the first sentence here, Aloysius?
The
leaves
leaves
on the
on plants and trees are the food factories.
They're known as like the food factories. Okay, they produce. Now, these, Famida, read the second sentence.
The leaves are green because they contain chlorophyll.
Okay, Praveen, read the third sentence. Okay, next one. Plants.
Plants take in carbon dioxide from the air.
Very good. So from the air, you precisely only take in carbon dioxide. Now, Nirav, can you read the carbon dioxide? Okay, this is the symbol. Carbon dioxide is called CO2. Okay.
The carbon
Okay,
dioxide
CO2.
is combined with water using energy absorbed from the sun.
So you see the water comes in, the sun comes in, the carbon dioxide is there. It's combined with the water, which is the chemical name for water is H2O. Okay. But you don't have to remember all these. You just say carbon dioxide plus the water plus the sun. Okay. You will get the plus one more thing, of course, the chlorophyll. Okay. You can get these things. Now look at this. This is a very important chart. So don't forget, don't worry about all these chemical numbers, okay, these signs. All you need to know is carbon dioxide plus the water, then the sunlight together with the chlorophyll gives you something called this and oxygen. Oxygen, finally, all the animals and the human beings will use the oxygen. And we will give out the carbon dioxide. We breathe out. The plants will take in the carbon dioxide and give us the oxygen. This is air. But the plants also give us something called what? Glucose. Who can guess what this glucose is?
Sugar.
Very
the-
good.
Wait, what?
Glucose is sugar.
Wait,
Sugar is
teacher.
what?
So the
Yeah.
sugar from food is made from plants?
Yes. Do you know another word for sugar?
Sweet powder.
We have been talking about the arrows.
Glucose.
Energy.
Oh.
Okay, this glucose has got sugar, and that's the first source. That's another one. There's another meaning for it. It's your energy. That's why if you don't have energy, what's the first thing you might take? You
Sugar
might take
because
a
it's
sweet
hyper.
drinks. Yeah, the sweet drinks, the sugar will give you that instant boost of energy. That's why they say don't give sweets to the little children. Then they all become so hyperactive with all that extra energy. Sugar equals
Teacher.
energy. Do you understand now?
But I
That's why
just
your
drink Red
school-
Bull, but
don't go and drink Red Bull all. Okay, please. Now that's not for you guys. Okay, all
I
right.
drink it.
If you notice, after during you go to school Monday or Tuesday, you go to school. You see, after recess time, how your friends will behave. After drinking all the sugar for drink from the
Crazy.
canteen, they become a little bit crazy. Everybody go like that in the class. The after
Just like
recess
Durgesh.
class is a crazy class. Because why? Hyper already. The sugar went up already in the body.
Who asked the parents to pack that stuff?
Who asked you guys to go and drink the sugar water? You don't blame your parents.
Waradu.
I think
Waradu.
I only
You
drink
guys are the ones who
water.
are drinking the sugar
The rest of the
water.
people drink like the Milo and stuff, and then after that they just wanna just run everywhere.
After that, all become hyperactive because of this glucose, sugar. Okay, now you see how important this chain is? Remember this. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So this is called, okay, fine. So glucose. Now, can I have Nirav read this? The glucose.
The glucose is used for respiration or converted to a starch and stored.
Okay, now the glucose is what the plant has, isn't it? Respiration means the plant needs to breathe. The breathing in for the plant. So it uses a bit of the glucose and then it converts the rest to starch. Starch is sugar okay? Basically it's sugar and it's stored. The plant keeps it. Now, this is a very important and interesting thing. Where does the plant keep its food source? If we're going to put our food in the storeroom, in the fridge and everything, we store it. If you're a plant, where are you going to put your food? Where are you going to put all that energy? Who knows? If you're a plant, think very carefully.
What?
Yeah, inside, right, Nirav? Where in the inside? You mean you got a fridge inside the plant?
In the very
right?
inside, in the very,
Where?
very deep
Tell
inside.
me.
What do you mean
What
where? I say inside the plant.
Okay. Don't you know what a plant has? Okay, now look at this picture.
Oh, it's
all
in
of
the
you.
factory.
Okay, sunlight, carbon dioxide, oxygen, water is coming in from where? From the roots. Okay, now you got this picture right. Now finally, hold on. Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. We were talking about this. Where is the plant storing its food? You said inside. Where is the inside? It can store the food in the leaves. It can store the food in the seeds. It can store the food in the fruits. It can store the food in the trunk. It can store the food in the root. It can store anywhere in the plant. That's why I ask you, where in the plant? Okay, big question. You all eat potatoes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Correct?
chips, fries.
Where is the potato? Where is the potato? Is it here hanging on the tree?
It's
Oh,
underground.
it's on the ground.
It's underground. Potatoes are underground. They are tubers. They grow underground. So potato will have its leaves. Do you understand? And the potato leaves will make the photosynthesis happen. And the maximum energy will be stored inside the potato. Now, human beings were very smart. They go, they dig up the potato. They don't eat the leaves. We just eat the potato. And what do you get by eating potato? Energy. Your first source of energy. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everything that you eat, carrot leaves grow up, carrot grows underneath. So energy is stored in the carrot mainly. A little bit also lie in the leaves. Got it? So we go dig up the part that has the most energy and we eat it. We are smart. Okay. All right, good. Now let's go to the last part. I think we're about to end our lesson now, okay? So the beautiful relationship between humans, animals, and plants. We need oxygen, they need carbon dioxide. So if we go and chop off all the trees, we cannot live. After that, we also are calling for our doomsday.
Teacher,
Do you
so if
understand?
people die, then plants will also die lah. Because they
Literally,
need
but people die,
oxygen.
animals will still live. Trust me,
But don't
we-
animals also need oxygen?
yeah, animals will live and create the oxygen for the plants to grow.
Oh.
You think you are the only person lacking out carbon dioxide? No. Animals are there. Animals can easily compensate the loss of human beings. Okay, if human beings all were abducted by aliens, let's say lah, okay, there's only animals and plants on Earth, I think Earth will become very beautiful again. All right, so remember your plants, they are super important. Okay, without them, we all will die. That's it. Okay, a plant takes in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Then the plant release for the plant, remember, the oxygen is like the waste product. I don't want the oxygen, you take lah, like that. Okay. All right, so very, very beautiful relationship. Okay, this will come in your quiz. Okay, can we label them? So sunlight, Praveen, where shall we put them? Oops, sorry. This is so
On
easy
the top
lah.
of the tree.
Yes, and then water from the
You
roots.
should to put at the roots.
Okay, good. Carbon dioxide coming
You
from
put
the
at
air.
the left side, yeah.
Very good. Okay, Famida, oxygen will be the
Oxygen coming from
byproduct.
the leaf.
Yes, and
Glucose is also coming from the leaf downside.
Very good. Okay, well done. So that's it for today. Now there will be two more quizzes on photosynthesis, okay, that you got to do. And I will end the lesson.